Rents in Canada have been falling for over a year nationally, but in these 10 cities, they're still climbing, and they're taking a bigger share of income than ever. Number 10. Drummondville, Quebec. Rents here surged 11.5% in a single year. That's the highest increase of any tracked city in Canada. Drummondville is small, around 80,000 people. It doesn't have the supply pipeline of Montreal or Quebec City. And as more people move to smaller Quebec markets for affordability, the demand outpaces what's available. This is the hidden side of the affordability migration. The places people flee to eventually face the same pressure they were running from. Number 9. Greater Sudbury. Sudbury posted a 7.1% annual rent increase. Mining and healthcare anchor the economy here. But the rental supply hasn't kept up with demand. Purpose-built rental construction in northern Ontario has been minimal for years. When there's almost nothing new being built and demand holds steady, landlords have all the pricing power. Number 8. Nanaimo. Nanaimo saw rents climb 6.6%. The pandemic migration from Vancouver brought buyers and renters to the island. But while some of those buyers left when prices corrected, the renters stayed. Vacancy rates remain tight. New rental supply is limited. And the island lifestyle premium keeps pushing asking rents higher. Number 7. Winnipeg. Winnipeg rents climbed 4.5% year over year. That might not sound dramatic. But in a city known for being one of the cheapest in Canada, any sustained increase changes the equation. Manitoba's rental market hasn't seen the supply wave hitting Toronto and Vancouver. Fewer completions means tighter inventory. And interprovincial migrants coming from Ontario are absorbing what's available quickly. Number 6. Saskatoon. Saskatoon posted a 6% annual rent increase, the largest among prairie cities. The economy here is stable: agriculture, mining, tech. And Saskatchewan's population has been growing faster than its rental stock can keep up with. Saskatoon was once one of the cheapest places to rent in Canada. That's still mostly true. But the gap is narrowing. And for tenants already on tight budgets, 6% in 1 year is felt immediately. Number 5. Calgary. Calgary is one of the biggest migration magnets in the country. Over 26,000 people moved here from other provinces in 1 year. That influx is putting enormous pressure on the rental market. A 1-bedroom purpose-built apartment runs around $1,500 a month. Condos are higher, and landlords are offering fewer incentives than they did even a year ago. Calgary's rental vacancy is expected to rise slightly as new supply comes online, but absorption has been fast. And with Alberta's tight housing market, under 3 months of inventory, buying isn't an easy alternative. Renting in Calgary is getting more expensive at exactly the moment people are arriving, expecting it to be affordable. Number 4. Regina. Regina's rents climbed 2.1% year over year. Modest on paper. But here's the context. Regina already had some of the lowest rents in the country. Any upward movement tightens the gap between the prairie markets and everywhere else. And Saskatchewan's overall market is one of the tightest in Canada, under 3 months of supply. When buying is competitive and renting is climbing, the squeeze hits from both sides. Number 3. Montreal. Montreal has always been Canada's affordability outlier among major cities. That's changing. Quebec's rent increase guidelines allow 5.9% for unheated dwellings. Montreal's property taxes are rising 3.8%, and those costs get passed through to tenants. Montreal is still cheaper than Toronto or Vancouver, but the gap is shrinking every year. And for tenants earning Quebec wages, which average lower than Ontario or Alberta, the burden is proportionally heavier. Montreal's rent story isn't about a spike. It's about a slow, steady grind upward that's eroding the city's biggest advantage. Number 2, Toronto. Toronto rents have actually been falling on asking prices, down over 5% year over year for new listings. But here's what most people miss. Asking rents are not what existing tenants are paying. Ontario's rent increase guideline for 2026 is 2.1%. That only applies to controlled buildings. New units, built after 2018, have no rent control at all. Landlords in newer buildings can raise rent by any amount at lease renewal. So while headlines say Toronto rents are dropping, a huge number of tenants in newer condos are seeing increases well above inflation. The two-speed rental market in Toronto means the average doesn't tell the real story. And number 1, Vancouver. Vancouver remains the most expensive rental market in Canada. A 2-bedroom purpose-built apartment averages $23.63 a month. That's $800 above the national average. Vancouver rents have technically been falling, down 5.3% year over year on asking prices. 29 consecutive months of declines. Vacancy rates hit 3.7%, the highest in over 30 years. But here's why it's still number 1 on this list. Even after 19% of price declines from peak, a 1-bedroom still averages over $2,300. That requires a gross income of roughly $92,000 just to stay within the 30% affordability threshold. The median individual income in Vancouver is nowhere near that. Rents are falling, but they're falling from such an extreme height that they're still unaffordable for the majority of residents. That's what makes Vancouver the most unaffordable rental city in Canada. Not because rents are rising, but because even after falling, they're still too high. The rental market in Canada is splitting in two. Big cities are seeing asking rents decline as supply catches up and population growth slows. But smaller cities, the Prairies, Northern Ontario, small-town Quebec, are seeing rents climb as demand migrates outward. And for existing tenants in newer buildings, the headline numbers don't reflect reality. Where are you renting right now, and what are you paying? Drop it in the comments.